What is up everyone, Bearkid here, and bringing you guys a quick update video for the Gears of War comics that are going to be coming out later in April and also in May. If you guys didn't remember, I actually made a video a while back talking about a new Gears of War comic series known as Gears of War Hivebusters that's going to be coming out not too long from now. I'm actually really excited about it. I remember them talking about it very briefly, and I didn't think we were going to hear about it for a while, but now we're actually going to be seeing the very first issue next month, and I'm just going to go ahead and just discuss them real quick here. I'm going to put the images of the cover arts right here. So to start us off, this is the cover of the very first issue of Gears of War Hivebusters. If you notice in the bottom right hand corner, it says not final art, so there's a good chance that they could easily change the cover altogether, or maybe just make some minor touches to it. I actually showed this image a long time ago when I made my first video discussing it, and it's simply the three main characters here standing in front of the hives, as you can see right here. It looks a lot like Gears of War 4, obviously taking place around that time or maybe after Gears of War 4. If you want to see the comic art and also the general descriptions of each issue, feel free to take a look at the web pages for it at Amazon.com. You can simply just type in Gears of War Hivebusters and they'll come up right away. But I'll go ahead and read the descriptions from Amazon right now just so you guys can get a general idea of what the comic is about. So the very first issue, the general description states, from the creators of Gears of War and Curtis Weeb, the writer of the hit Rise of Rom miniseries, comes a pulse-pounding new mission with a whole new squad, Team Scorpio. After successfully busting a swarm hive on the remote island of Pahanu, the Suicide Squad will face their most dangerous mission yet, going after the swarm that decimated the home settlement of one of their own. So simply, that's pretty much what it is. They're a Suicide Squad type of characters that are just going in, killing as much swarm as they possibly can to get revenge for their family and loved ones that were killed in an attack by the swarm. So it's just pretty straightforward, and I actually want to see if this ties into the main Gears of War storyline at all, or if it's just going to be completely separate. And I wonder if these characters will even be playable in the new Gears of War game. That'd be cool if we got to see them even really briefly in the Gears of War 5. That'd be really cool. Or if at the very least we got them as multiplayer characters. And it's stating right now that issue 1 is going to be released as of April 24th for Kindle readers. So if you want to read it digitally through Kindle and electronic book, you can actually pre-order it now, and as soon as it hits April 24th, that book will immediately get downloaded straight to your device, whether it's a smartphone or tablet, and you can just simply start reading it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to be reading the issues and covering them the same exact way I've been covering all the comics, including the Rise of Roms. So definitely going to be making a lot more videos about these issues. So far they've only shown 3 comics, so I don't know if that's what it's going to be, if it's just 3 comics or there's going to be more, but they're only showing 3 right now. So let's go ahead and go on forward to issue number 2. This is simply the second cover art right here. If you notice on this one, it doesn't say not final art, so I don't know if this is just the actual cover art or if this is just a placeholder picture. It doesn't really specify. But I do really like how intense this looks, as we can see that the freaking Snatcher is right in his face and he's just kind of just staring at it like whatever. So that's kind of like the really interesting thing there. So overall, we'll see what happens in that issue, but let's go ahead and read the description for that as well, which simply states, the fight against the swarm gets personal as Mac seeks to take revenge against the monsters that wiped out his hometown. But as tempers rise, will Keegan and Lonnie be able to keep them on track, or are they on a collision course with certain death? The hive busting action continues here. So kind of just, they're going out of the way, killing more swarm, more enemies, and more tempers and crazy emotions rise as they're doing this, because they really just going all out for revenge. And as you know, in many stories, revenge isn't really the best thing to go for, even though it may feel like it might be. Something like this might be impossible for them and they might end up dying. So that's just the one thing I kind of wanted to talk about real quick here. And we can see that in the image, like I stated, it looks pretty damn hopeless. He just has a Snatcher right in his face and he's just staring right at it. So it makes you wonder if it's kind of like one of those moments where he's, facing his fate as he's about to get snatched. Just kind of really interesting. The one thing I did want to point out though is on Amazon's website it states that issue number 2 also comes out on April 24th. I feel like that is maybe incorrect. I'm thinking that might just be a placeholder release date because I don't see why they would release 2 issues at the same time. I feel like that would be a little counterproductive, so I feel like maybe the second issue might come out like a May 12th or something like that, like a few weeks later. But right now it's saying April 24th, and I'll make a update video if I see anything change. And now we're going to go into the third and possible final issue here, as we can see the main character holding his chainsaw lancer and just staring directly at the reader, and we can see that it's just him in that picture as well. If you notice in the first cover art we saw all 3 characters. In the second and third issues it's just him alone, so who knows if that has anything to do with the story or if it's just morely just focusing on him because he's just simply the main character, who knows. But I just wanted to bring out this art right here, and it's really amazing. It's really phenomenal. I really love seeing how these characters look, and I also love how even intense the chainsaw blade looks. You can see all the blood and everything. Really has a Gears of War feeling to it, even though it's just kind of a random story overall. Once again, if you notice in this particular picture, it also says not final art, so we probably will see some changes to it, maybe more characters added to it, more enemies, who knows, or it might just simply be added a Gears of War logo, who knows. And the Amazon description for this comic is as reads: as Team Scorpio presses on towards Mac's hometown, they also begin to uncover more about his painful past. But with emotions running high, will the team be able to give it their all once they uncover the lurking swarm? The hive-busting action continues here. So we're just gonna get more and more action, as it simply states, as they're continuing on and learning more about this character Mac, and hopefully find out what exactly happened in his past. So this overall looks like it has really great story development and just really great characters overall when it comes to their past and crazy backstories and things like that. So that's the main things I love with comic books, especially in Gears of War. So this is actually pretty damn cool. I'm going to be reading them. I'm going to be covering them exactly how I covered all the other ones with my lore series. So I just wanted to bring you guys this quick video talking about the comic books and show you the cover art themselves with the descriptions from Amazon. If you want to take a look at them, feel free to simply just go ahead and go to Amazon.com and type in Gears of War Hivebusters, and all 3 issues will come up. But let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for the new Gears of War comic book series known as Gears of War Hivebusters? Are you going to be actually purchasing them and reading them, or are you just going to wait for me to post videos about them? Either way, what is your thoughts on this new comic book series? I'm actually really excited. I love the Rise of Rom comic book, and I love the fact that the same author is going to be writing this as well. So I'm more than sure it's going to be a great series. But anyways guys, if you guys like this video, please definitely hit that like button and subscribe and tell me what you guys think. Also, if you really like my videos, please hit the notifications bell so every time I upload a video you guys can see them right away. But anyways guys, thanks for watching and take it easy. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see my most recent Gears of War video, hit that link on the left. If you want to see any of my other content, hit that link on the right. Thanks for watching guys.